Hey guys, Steamy here, and today I found a very strange article. And so, apparently, air conditioners are sexist.
There it was. There I was thinking it was just...
Now, already, this is a pretty blunt introduction.
me that had a problem, but it turns out it's the air conditioning that's sexist.
I know. So many women in our office have the exact same problem. You know, we just sit there absolutely freezing at our desks trying to type.
Oh, absolutely freezing, huh? Well, please account for this. Within that case, why don't we count for, say, hundreds of thousands of people who are walking their butts off so that then we're able to survive, huh? And, let's see, when was this produced? Yeah, but you know it's bad, right? Like, 12k likes and then over 1,000 dislikes. I bet there's a serious comment bot, or you're in some trouble.
Trying to type. You can probably tell I've got a cold right now, which I blame all on the AC.
Oh yeah, let's just blame it on the AC, you know. Yeah, I have a sensitive nipples, so you know what? Let's just blame it on the AC, you know. I have a scratchy scratchy cough, scratchy throat. Yeah, let's not blame it. Oh, let's blame it all on the AC, right?
And so it's just so actually quite nice to see this research. It's just such a relief to know.
Hold up, are you going to use research like, video games are the problem? Are you going to use that type of research, like, where they blame something like video games because they can't find any other genre, like, but this time air conditioners? Now, of course I know this is quite an ancient one, but still, like, I might get cancelled on Twitter one day for this, but you see, from what I know, if you want to talk about sexism, then you should really be talking about, say, the past. Like, you might find air conditioners sexist, but that's okay, like, that's your opinion. Like, we're all entitled to our own. Now, I'm not trying to make this a sexist attempt, but you see, there's a reason why air conditioners exist. Not so that then they can kill us by making us freeze our skin off, but so that then that way our lives are more comfortable and enjoyable.
To know that there's actually proof that this is happening, that women, you know, do feel the cold more than men, and that the AC in offices is normally regulated more for a male temperature than a woman's.
Okay, please define what a male's temperature and what a female's temperature is. Like, you're not really defining enough from this. Like, it's impossible to take this seriously. Like, you want to talk about sexism? If in that case, let's talk about something better than ACs. Oh, and like, I'm pretty sure the same company did a report that's saying that, I believe it was skyscrapers are sexist. So something strange is going on.
Women's.
And it's an explanation for these constant battles you see in offices right across the country between the sexes for control of their office thermostat.
Yeah.
Never have I ever heard, like, when in school, I've never heard anyone ever say, like, one side saying, hey, it's too cold for me, and then the other saying, yeah, well, it's perfect for me. Like, you must have a pretty strange school if that's what they say.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, you know, one of the biggest problems is that often in offices, it is men who control temperatures. You know, that's just something I've found anecdotally.
This is just, like, men control temperatures, huh? Like, never have I ever heard that. Like, never have I ever been to, say, an office building, for example, and then just they're like talking to someone and then suddenly, hey, why is this not set to a specific temperature, like, say, at temperature M, temperature B, but it's not set to temperature G. Like, everyone who I've asked on this, like, I've asked about 10 people or so, and so none of them said that air conditioners are sexist. Like, I'm pretty sure most of them said that these people are nutcases.
Anecdotally. And because the majority of the men in offices seem to be absolutely fine with the temperatures, you know, women kind of just sit there on the corner feeling absolutely frozen.
If you feel frozen, then wouldn't you step up? Wouldn't you talk about that? Wouldn't you be there like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm freezing over here. Like, chances are you would not allow yourself to be frozen alive like that if you really are being turned into a popsicle. Like, just a thought, but hey, I'm not a genius.
And, you know, often, like, actually nothing's being done to help them. And, you know, it might sound like a bit of a silly, light-hearted issue, but actually it's really uncomfortable being freezing at your desk every day.
Yeah, well, it's also very uncomfortable when you forget a pencil in school. But you suck it up, right? You ask for a pencil, you suffer without taking notes for a day. Yeah, like, within that case, isn't breathing sometimes uncomfortable? Not only that, but like, within that case, if they refuse to take what you say seriously, then just don't work for them anymore. Like, if it's really that big of a problem for you that if it's a couple temperatures too low for you, like it's 2 degrees too low for you, and it's not exactly at the temperature you want, if that's such a big issue for you and you feel like you're going to die, then like it's bad enough that you take it to news, then chances are you really want to do something else. Like, you probably really want to look at another job if they refuse to listen to you because, oh, say, your age or gender.
Every day, take it from me.
No, I know I experience the same, because what I've often found is you go in on a really hot summer's day, you're wearing summer clothes, you go into an office and it's absolutely freezing. I think
Once again, if you don't bring it to management, or if you do bring it to management, but they refuse to take it seriously because of your race or gender, then chances are you should immediately quit, like immediately just hand them your papers, like just being there and saying that you quit, instead of continuing to suffer there. Like, chances are you'd rather get a better job that listens to you. Like, the bottom line for this is that it's impossible to believe anything that's been said here.
I think even for some men it must be too cold. I don't understand why air conditioning is often so cold. So what you have to do is...
I have brought an air conditioner from my brother's room at one point because he wouldn't go to bed. And so she did not complain. Why? Because you see, air conditioners are not sexist. Like, I know this is I know you might just say that this is a point stolen from Optimus, but it's something that's common knowledge. Like, which would you rather be? Would you rather be in a nice, cool office building, working on your computer, not having to do much, or would you rather be off serving in the army, having to dodge bullets, or working in a medical field, where one mess up and suddenly you just killed a person? Like, which would you rather be in? Yeah, hopefully there's no question there.
What you do is then take a jumper in with you and put that jumper on in order to be able to function.
Yeah, honestly, I think so many women listening now are going to just be nodding their heads thinking, yes, that is exactly my reality.
I've asked my van driver, I've asked my aunt, I've asked my grandma, I've asked some teachers. Guess what? All of them said, none of them said that they think air conditioners are sexist. Yeah, none of them.
You know, we joke at work that we actually can't dress fashionably anymore for summer because you actually just can't go in sandals, you can't go in...
Well, chances are you shouldn't give a heck about how you look when you're going to go into your job. Like, if you give a heck about how you look and you're going to a private spot like a job, chances are you shouldn't give a heck. And if you do, that's fine, just don't take to the news saying that air conditioning is apparently sexist.
can't go in a summer dress because you're going to have to put on the jumper or the emergency cardigan.
As I've said, why would you go to somewhere like that wearing anything that's, like, if it's too cold for you, then, like, if it's really going to kill you to be in the air conditioner, like, for example, there are so many times in which I'll just be there and I have a coat on, but it's warm. Like, we've all experienced an experience like that, but if it's really that big of a deal to you, like, I'm trying not to say this in a very sexist way, but yeah, like, just keep all in, like, I'm trying to go in from both sides here, but if you really give a heck about how warm or cold it is outside, why? Just why would you do that? Like, try to judge it based off of how you think it's going to be, instead of, oh, this is what I think it might be. Like, instead of charging what you should wear to your job like that, why not judge it based off of what it's like outside and what your job is like? If you're going to go do retail, then unless your boss requires you wear specific clothing, why would you want to wear something like that?
Cardigan. So yeah, it is quite frustrating, especially when you then go out on your lunch break or your commute home and you're absolutely boiling outside. And I think there is a bit of a problem when it's...
Hold up. So basically, in this case, both sides are bad. Like, you're boiling outside, but you're freezing inside, huh? Uh-huh. Perfect sense. Let's just talk about outside, huh? Like, I'm really questioning my faith in humanity after this. Not sure if you are, but like...
And it's warmer outside than it is inside your office.
So what's the solution then? Because we can't have men overheating in the offices, can we?
No, I think we just need a bit more flexibility. You know, I think it is just essentially common sense.
You seem to be the type of person who works in a big corporation. Like, have your own private office, like, something like that. So, here's a very simple explanation that might just work for you. Like, it works for a whole lot of other people. If it really bothers you that much about how warm it is, then easy, just change the thermostat. And if you can't, like, if it's like that one episode from SpongeBob, where it's just impossible to change your thermostat, yeah, chances are you really should not be going to your job. Like, now, I'll just finish this off and not say any more comments.
Sense. So if, you know, an office is noticing that a number of women are complaining about the cold, they need to be more flexible. You know, they need to actually kind of lower it and not just say that, oh, the men are fine. You know, now there is actually proof that this is actually an issue. I think they need to kind of take women's considerations into account, and you know what, maybe there can be more flexibility with men not having to wear suits in some offices, and they can come in t-shirts or whatever they need to be the right temperature.
Did I just hear that right? Did I just hear you talking about how our conditioners are sexist? But then say, teach us how to deal with the right temperature? Okay, I just despise sarcastic responses like that. That's coming from someone whose life is sarcastic response. It's filled with just thinking of sarcastic responses. But that really didn't sound all too sarcastic. And plus, another thing, like, I will say this, I've said this once and I will say this again. If you're not okay with it being, oh, say, 50 degrees inside the office, and you go to management, but they say, oh, you're fine, like, just hand them your papers, tell them that you're out of there, and then quit your job. Like, if they won't take your opinions into account, chances are you just shouldn't be there. Okay, guys, this has been Steamy here, Steamy Straightface here, and I apologize for having to replay this AIM gameplay over. I didn't do this bit first. And so, this has been Steamy here, signing off. Bye!